Greetings, YouTubes, and welcome to That Much Life. Special episode because Tank just made a new deck with my cards, but from Raw, yeah. So he made it from nothing. So I did have input into it. So and he was limited by the cards that I had available, and so we may tweak after this. We're going to play. I'm playing a wizard. He's playing a thief. What we're going to do, theoretically, is we're going to play this game, and then afterwards we're going to post-game it like normal, and then we're actually going to go a little bit longer afterwards and see what needs tweaked in the deck, and tweak it live for you and see what we change and why. So that should be interesting. It's something we haven't done before, so we're changing it up. You know, it's what we do.
It might also help some new players get into the process of
right.
Your deck.
It's what, yeah. Let's say I've put a lot of videos on here that are specifically for like new players or inexperienced players or experienced players that are interested in my process. The Build a Bard workshop, I've actually gotten several comments on that of people going, wow, this is a really informative and helpful video. And I'm like,
you should actually probably do an in-depth for each hero.
Yeah, well, okay, but I mean, I already have like 30 decks. If I sat down, and I don't have whimsical names for all of them. Build a Bard kind of made itself.
It's true.
I bolted up in bed that day, and I said, Build a Bard workshop. I have to build a Bard deck right now because I have a title for this. I don't have one for all of the other heroes.
I didn't mean like build a deck. I meant like go over what the strengths are and ideas for different strategies and stuff. You've got enough decks to do.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's say we do the deck measuring contest videos where I do break them down, and then I go through the strategies of why I built the deck that way. I don't just go, these are the cards, ta-da! So I already shuffled my. That's it. I rolled randomly to see what hero I would play. Because I didn't want to just go, oh, he's building a thief deck?
Ended up with an interesting counter to it.
I rolled the d6 because that's what I do to choose my heroes randomly. And full disclosure, I rolled thief first, and I went, no. The mirror matches are fun, but not when you're testing a deck. So, alright. I rolled one. I rolled more than one. Long-time viewers will catch what deck this is of my wizard deck. What we have been doing, Tenky Poo, is that when we get our opening hand, when we decide whether or not we're going to take the mulligan, is the other person turns away and we hold our hand to the camera and then vaguely describe why.
Okay.
So, since you won the roll-off, why don't I turn and you decide, one, whether you're going to take the mulligan, and two, describe why.
I think I'm actually going to keep.
Okay, I'm turned away.
But looks like a pretty good starting hand here. And kind of what I'm going for with the stack itself.
Okay. And then, I'd say, you know that this is the name of the deck is based on that. And then I like that because I got one of those and I like to put that on it. And then I got one of those, which is helpful. And then that's helpful at the beginning. So, you know, it's a good opening hand, so I think I'm going to keep that too. So, closer. There. There we go. There we go. All right. That was Matt's idea, so big up to Matt for having that idea about a month or so ago.
Do you have a napkin over there? They starting to sweat. We're very, very protective of Brandon's table because it's older than all of us combined.
Yes. I'll say the cats get to tear it up. We don't. We're going to resurface it at some point, so don't add us on the all of the surface problems that are on it.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go second.
Okay. And in which case, Draw. Yeah. Yep. Done.
Land.
Oh, good. Land. That's why he kept it. I can tell you right now. That's why he kept that hand. I know his playstyle.
Chunky funky.
Uh-huh.
Charm of cheating.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't know exactly why he kept that. Wowzers.
And I will go ahead and end my turn.
Alright. Land. So we don't. I've watched episodes where we forget sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's easier if we say land as reckoning. That way we don't forget. Because sometimes it enters into my strategy during the hand, during the turn, and go, okay, he only has this. I can do this and this, and then you go, oh wait, I forgot. And I'm like, shit.
No.
Now I'm kind of screwed. And then I draw. Alright, now I'm level 2, so I'll put out a magic missile. And I'll put a spiky bit on it.
Damn it.
He'd say, not only will this missile hit you in the face, you'll get a splinter first.
It's got a rusted nail on the tip. I wouldn't want to get hit by it. I want to just give up now.
Man, I got a quadrillionth of a second of tetanus.
I'll go ahead and put on my chunky funky.
Alright. We're going to put that. It is the heart of the cards.
Okay.
So he takes 2.
It's fine. I've still got my loyal meat shield, so.
Go, loyal meat shield. Alright.
Okay. Land.
Land.
Another charm cheating.
That's it. You can only zap your hero once a turn, so.
That's my hero.
No. The power of
It just
that,
says zap your hero card, take 1.
right, which means the power to activate it is to zap your hero. Basically, I thought you were taking that so that you would insulate yourself from getting it squished.
Yeah. Alright, I wasn't sure how that worked.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Just remember, I never had one.
Right. Just like if I in my cleric deck, if I have more than one of the 1 bling, I don't get to have more than 1 out reflect 1 damage and do 2 to you. Or with the cool shades, zap my hero and get 2 of my mischiefs back out my discard.
Fair enough. Robin Hoodlum.
Uh-huh. Two, you say? I think I'll put a missile on it.
Shit.
She did. Oh.
Alright. I need my turn.
Alright, we do that. Land. And
Land.
draw. I forgot about you. You know, I think I will just set my hero to 1. Some pain, some gain. Take 4 damage. Ow. And draw 4 cards. 4. Sweet. Well, that should make things interesting. Because I'll put out some land of my own. And a red tunic.
Oh, great. The store fleet's here.
And my magic missile, in addition to having spiky bits, is pre-shrunk. So that I can also put out this squishing ring. Ah, another card back. Cool. That should be interesting. Wow. Done.
Land.
Double land. Threes. I'm going to put a sorceress surcharge on that.
Which means?
Play when you are the defender before checking for cheating. If a monster card is revealed when checking for cheating, increase the gold cost of that card by 1 for this fight.
Yeah, I like it better when your wizard's a coward.
Take your cheaty damage, cheaty McCheats a lot.
I am a turn.
Wow, okay.
Land!
Unzap, then Reckoning.
Yes.
Double land. That's it. Since this is the first episode after we've learned about it, FNordCon is in April, and I am definitely going. He's probably going, and so we're trying to like do this by the book, like every step by the book from now on. Like unzap, reckon, unstash, draw. Every time.
I'll more than likely be running around. So,
so we wanted to do.
we want an episode?
Yeah. Not until it's 100%.
All right.
But that's it. One, do that. Five. Don't you get a gold when you commit him, or
When the monster's hired.
ah? It's a reanimator.
Okay, so
He dies horribly, and I get to go through my discards and get a card. I will take my some pain, some gain.
I wonder if they're going to do any announcements over there.
There's probably going to be lots of announcements.
Well, I mean, like, this.
I don't know. They're going. I do have it on good authority. There's going to be events for the CCG there, so we're excited about that. So there will be more info coming. It's all preliminary at this point. Don't take anything that I'm saying as canon. That's a disclaimer right now.
And it doesn't happen until March.
April. First weekend of April.
So yes, right after your birthday.
No, right before. Well, yeah, right after my birthday. And then I have 2 gold left. I will go ahead and spend them for that some pain, some gain, and sacrifice my red tunic to take all that damage for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Hold my thought. I mean, that'll do.
I'm boned.
I'm boned. Done. Land.
Up my sleeve.
Now remember, with up my sleeve, he gets to go get a trinket specifically, so he can't get weapons or armor. That's what Finders Keepers is for, which is from Blarg, where you have to squish a loot that you have in play first, then you can go get any loot you want.
Yeah, right off the bottom.
What'd you get?
My platinum lock. Right?
Aha! Dang.
You want to get him again?
Not sure. Out. Down spot. There you go.
Go ahead and play him out.
Okay.
Robin Hoodlum. And in my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nothing doing zap. Land. Land. On the stash. And draw. Got a time release potion. Five.
Chunky Flunky.
It's the 3 emitter again. It dies horribly. I get to go get my old tunic. And I'll put on my red tunic. And let's see here. Alright, I'm going to play some pain, some gain. And my red tunic will take all the damage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see.
Robin. Yay!
If you part of the cards.
Go. And poor Robin dies.
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. And 6. Done. Double land.
And unsend my. Thank you for reminding me.
Uh-huh.
How much damage do you have?
I'm at 4. Because I did some game without a red tunic earlier. Kitty, stop fighting. I gave you food.
4.
4 you said. Put this tiny spiky missile in front of it.
Vengeance must foul.
Dead.
Before I end my turn, I'm zapping my elf.
Oh.
Since I have it out, I might as well use it. End my turn.
Okay. Unzap you. Land. Other land. I shall call it this land. And that land. And.
No, I think we'll call it your grave. That kind of saddens me that wasn't a card.
Your grave?
A location called Your Grave. Just had little plastic dinosaurs on it or something. I don't know what it would do.
I don't know what it would do.
Probably be a fighter.
Let's see. Let's see, my time release potion will also be pre-shrunk. Yeah, target moved. Making sure I didn't have to put it on a limit. So that I can put out another magic missile. Where'd it go? There it is. With another spiky bit. And I will give you the Bodius Odiferous. It makes all of your monsters cost 1 more because you stand.
Okay.
And change. Yeah, 2.
Bring it.
It is the heart of the cards again. 2. And like Doctor Who, I have 2 hearts. And that's all my gold. With 2 land out, I'm spending all of my gold every turn.
Unzap.
Double land.
Double land.
Like, all of my gold and my wizard zap ability. I have 8 stars worth of stuff out. I love pre-shrunk.
Does that pay 1 gold? Let me see the top card.
I'll show the internet to you.
bottom of your deck.
Is it bottom of my deck or just discarded?
Discard.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, discard that.
Oh. Poof my loot. One. You'll see one. You'll see them all. Okay, show me what. Oh.
Use card dealer.
That's it. That was my suggestion to put in there.
Vengeance most foul.
See, I told you I had something just as good.
Yeah.
I didn't have one of the cards that he wanted to put in there, so I said I probably had something just as good.
Yeah.
2, you say. Well, that's what these big, tiny spikiness.
Okay. Vengeance most foul.
Dead.
It's got 4 strengths. I don't know if it does anything to your shield.
No, I kill it first.
Okay.
Remember, the damage goes off first. The monster damage goes off last. Only if it needs.
Okay.
Oh, you cheated.
No, I didn't.
You spent 2.
Yes, I did.
So he didn't die. But you take a damage.
I'm sorry.
And you get your gold back. Since we caught it immediately, it wasn't like later on I went, hey! Which I've seen on another episode. Like, I'm like, well, it's too late now. But no, since we caught it immediately, he just zapped my weapon, which is a valid thing to do when you're cheating. He just takes a damage, gets his gold back, and it's flipped over.
Unfortunately, I can't take advantage of it.
Right.
Alright, your turn.
Okay.
Alright, let me finish my thing. The thing!
Nothing, do nothing.
Turn.
Land, double land. And counter for that. And draw.
I think this is the most money I've sat on before turn time.
Yeah, this is a pretty hefty amount here. I got 11 right now.
Go ahead and zap my hero.
Just so he has more gold than me.
Gold! I love gold.
I love gold. Five.
Shit. It's a good thing we're not a family-friendly show, right? Come on.
Is it? We're trying to stay down to PG-13.
That's why I don't drop the F-bomb as much.
It is the Reanimator. It is 4 damage for you.
Ouch.
And we get to go get it developed. Something. And lines up my wizard and use it, which is normally 4 damage, but I'm gonna zap my time release potion to heal 3, so I effectively only take 1. Draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was the best decision I made all day.
Yeah, the worst was earlier you tried to take a nap to get rid of the headache. I'm still here.
I'm still here. Alright, I got 5 gold left, right? Have yourself another body as Odiferous. And done. Double land. Hey, Tank. More body is omnivorous. I just drew 2. That means, theoretically, if you were playing The Walking Dreads, it would cost him 4 gold to put it out and not be cheating. All right.
Not cheating.
Not cheating. It does no damage, and he doesn't get to go get a card back. And he spent 3 gold. Good job. In the realm of the most useless turns ever. Now that requires a tiny pointy missile.
Vengeance most foul.
Aha, that's a dead duck. See, now we paid the right amount for it. Now it's dead.
Elf Thief for gold. Seven.
I think it might be time to pull out some guns here. Did you take your damage? You have to take 2 damage when I successfully hit something with a missile.
Then I've missed it 3 times. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it's going to make a big difference again because I'm going to spend Accessorize, which is 2, and I'm going to commit both of my missiles.
Congratulations. You didn't successfully hit shit.
Oh. See, that's how you do that. That is precisely how you do that. That is what the cheating mechanic is for. He takes 1 damage instead of 4.
Yeah.
And, killing one of his monsters. But putting 3 bodies on there, putting 7 gold on a monster is not outside the realm of possibility. Alright, what do you got?
Fucker. Cheated again.
Ha ha!
Alright, I had my turn before I kill myself.
What are you at?
19.
19? Flaunt, we both take 2 and you die.
The whole reason I was cheating.
I know. I figured. You're a thief. Not because I built a deck. That is not the reason that I would do that.
Because it's a thief go-to card.
Because it's a thief go-to card, and I know that, there's a certain play style, if you start doing that, if you start cheating, if you're not putting out cards with sketchy on it, afterwards, that's what you're going for. That's what you're trying to do. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm sitting here with a Zorch in my hand, I'm just going to call the bluff. Oh yeah, I got a Zorch. I'll call it.
Unfortunately, I figured out how to use the Vengeance Most Foul against you way too late.
Right. I had a Zorch and a Kaboom. I could, out of hand, kill anything, without committing a weapon. So, I was just waiting for it. But, I used my time release potion exactly when I was supposed to. I used my red tunic exactly when I was supposed to avoid all that damage. Because I drew 16 cards off of 2 Some Pain, Some Gains. And, that was the game there.
All of my cards I wanted were at the bottom.
I even had my Staff of Magic. I had a Disappearing Act, so that, if something that you had started annoying me, I could put it away. I had another Heart of the Cards to flaunt more later on. And, if you had, gotten rid of my time release potions, I had 2 more. I had the Middle Finger, which I saw the episode the other day where I killed you with the middle finger at the end.
Yeah.
And I had the Cautionary Disintegration, which I almost ran away from something so that I could destroy it. And then I realized, like, he would do the damage to me, but I would still get rid of it. That's expensive.
Yeah.
To be able to get rid of something when I could probably kill it with my spiky missiles. Because the spiky bits on the magic missiles are awesome because it turns it into a 3 damage missile. Plus it does 2 to him when I do damage, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And the 3 body is odoriferous means that it sucks up all of his gold to even put out a monster.
Which in the end really wasn't like too bad.
Not too detrimental because we both had land out. As you can see, that turns things fairly ridiculous fairly fast.
Yeah.
Matt and I played a game. He had land out, and I had the casino out, which is effectively land on a 2 through 5.
Yeah.
So that was fun too. We had like 12 gold in our hordes at one point. I had to take a picture and show it to Cody. But let's see. I didn't get the School of Badassery. I didn't get the Hack in the Box. I like that. My other Kaboom was at the bottom.
See, I was trying to get some of my skewer, a boot to the head.
Right, you didn't get your skewer. I was kind of waiting for that. That's why I had my squishing ring out, because again, it's a thief card, not because I built the deck. There's going to be bleed effects in your average thief deck, even if there's just 1 or 2. A combo rat, a Squidzilla, a Necromancer, just like one of them, just, as a surprise, hey, there's a bleed effect going on. But I had to hold that pose. I had my other pre-shrunk. My 2 fortes. My Blood Geyser, which I didn't need because I got my Sunbeams Engaged. Like, I like the Sorcerer's Surcharge deck a lot. Because I got it right at the beginning. I got the Sorcerer's Surcharge right on the draw there. Like, I actually made this deck and named it before I knew there was a card named the Sorcerer's Surcharge. Because I named it after I put in 3 of the Body of Odoriferous, which just makes it more expensive. I put in 3 Body of Odoriferous and the School of Badassery. And that was back when it had a Locket of Fleeting Fortune in there too. So theoretically, I could make it so that Dreads would cost 6. That's just ridiculous.
That's true. But we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and go through and do.
Yeah, and say we'll see what we need here, and we'll be right back.
Nice.
Hi, welcome back. We are here to break down this here deck and figure out what needs to be replaced. Not necessarily what went wrong, because any deck can pretty much win against any other deck, provided it's built with any sense whatsoever. So, if you want to look at that, I put the ones that I think need to be taken out on top that can be replaced with some other stuff.
Okay.
So I'll go through why here in a moment. So,
which
what?
ones are we? How far?
Like the top 4 is what is my ideas for what needs to be taken out. So while he's going through, so you go through and see like if anything else you think needs to be taken out, or if you think that any of these need to be left in because of that. So, in my opinion, you only need 1 of the Charm of Cheating. Any of the trinkets that augment the hero zap abilities, you only need 1 of. That's just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. All of this comes with that caveat. So, having the Charm of Cheating, even especially since it's a trinket, the exception to this would be the Wizard, because the Staff of Magic is actually a weapon. It's a 1/2 weapon, so having more than 1 of those, you can still put them out as weapons. And then if somebody composts it or whatever, then you still have another one to zap your hero with to make it 2 less instead of 1 less. Having 3 Stabbity Stabs in your deck, I believe, is overkill, because once you use 1 or 2 of them, they're going to be prepared for the 3rd. And then, but if you only have 2 and you don't have the 3rd, it's going to accomplish the same thing. They're going to be wary of running away again, and it's going to accomplish the same thing. So I think 2 would be about the maximum on a stabby stab.
Yeah.
The Locket of Fleeting Fortune, I believe, is too expensive for what it does, and I don't think goes with the theme of this deck. And you already have enough loot in there, and if you were going to have another loot, I would think another weapon would be better. And the Platinum Lockpicks, I think 1 is enough, and again, maybe another weapon. The drawback with this deck, I think, is that you have a lot of things that give you extra gold, not enough things to spend it.
Yeah, I was thinking probably at least another monster.
I'm thinking 2 of these should be replaced with high-level monsters. And at least 1 more weapon of some kind, either a chainsaw or maybe something in the thief weapons.
Repeating crossbow.
The repeating crossbow, or the is the repeating?
Yeah.
Is it the repeating crossbow, or the whatever the one that you can spend a gold to put it out again?
Crossbow.
Okay. I remembered from Munchkin Fu calling it the repeating crossbow.
The other one, I think, is there anything like Ooh Shiny for Thieves?
That unzaps your hero?
Yeah.
No, there's not. I looked.
That would be useful.
It would. And that would be helpful. I've looked because like Charm of Cheating, doing that over and over again would be hilarious. The only other thing that I can think of for gold generation would be Gimme, but the thing is that costs 2, but it takes 1 from your opponent.
Yeah.
And that's just being mean. That's just there to be mean.
Well, let's try and find for the last one something that'll augment damage output.
Augment damage output. Yeah. All right. In that case, let's go.
Maybe a squid.
A Squidzilla.
Yeah.
Squidzilla or a combo rat. I'd say Squidzilla would be cool because that's a fairly high cost monster.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a weapon, if you're looking for 3-star to 3-star, a Clobber Knocker because it has smack.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
See, I don't have the memory he does, so.
Well, I've also been playing more often than Tank has because he hasn't had a lot of opponents down there. But here's a Squeedy.
Okay.
And let's see, something in the realm of a high-level monster. You didn't get very far in to Fashion Furious or Grave Danger, so let's look at the high-level, the high gold cost monsters there. The Dead Drunk is kind of fun. He has a loiter ability that allies may not be committed to fights as long as he's in your horde, or in your stash, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting, but that can be double-edged because he can, that counts for you during your turn too. The Angelic Agitator, target hero spills 1 for each gold in your purse. Since it's not...
Actually, that would be...
It's fun, but he only does 1 damage, so... If it's early game, then, I mean, because you do have, the gold generation going on, that might be interesting. Mm. But keep in mind, not every opponent is also going to put out land, so this game might not be the perfect yardstick for that.
True.
You might want to try that out, but, I mean, it's good to look, at least, for the other ones. Switchblade, Junk Mail, Ghost Town, Laundry Day, let's see, Vampire, just to get some extra life. Not a lot of high gold cost in Fash. I think Spray Tan is kind of cool. If you look to replace any of your mischiefs later on, Ornamental is a fun one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it lowers the power and defense of target weapon by 1, stuck weapon by 1. That's a fun one. I put that on Matt's 11-foot pole before, which makes it a 0/0. just great.
Oh, you made all the feet fake.
Yes, fake feet, and like what was it? And then my saddlebags deck, the cinematic encumbrance limits deck, I made it so I had Epic Loot ink out, so all weapons had +1 damage, and then I what's the double the damage for or +2 damage on a weapon or monster. So like it was +1 and then +2, so it was 4 damage on an 11-foot pole. So I'm like, I poke it with a stick to death.
The dead shirt.
Yes.
Those would be perfect in this deck.
It would be nice.
Especially with the combo of bleeding and then the dog pile.
No, because they have to be killed in a fight.
I thought dog pile killed them.
No, because the dead shirt has to be killed in a fight in order to turn into bleed.
Actually, it would still be useful to have at least one.
Right. As I say, I wanted to make sure that was clear because I thought about that as well. The dead shirt has to be killed in a fight in order to turn into a bleed on the other guy. Because I thought about that when I was making my extra super bleed deck. Talking about high-level monsters.
Yes.
that would be, for the audience, Blarg. One of my favorites.
Actually, a pretty good utility monster.
Yes, because he's 5/5/4, and when this damages the defender, it deals 2 damage to target monster in the defender's stash. So, like, this becomes vulnerable over here. Like, if I put out my used card dealer, I get something back, and then on
it's almost like my bear.
Yeah.
From my ranger deck.
Right. And so, like, your loot, my loot becomes vulnerable at that point, and then with that one, like, Blarg comes out and, like, my used card dealer is now dead if I can't find some way to avoid all that damage. So that becomes very, very useful. And then we were thinking weapon?
The repeating crossbow.
Yes. So, not that. So this is just kind of our... what's the word I'm looking for? Process. When it comes to making decks, and then you play them, you put them through their paces, and then you tweak them, and then you go, oh, okay, well that works. That kind of didn't. We need to refine the refine what we do. Yeah, automatic machine bow. That's what it's called.
What it is. Yes.
Yeah. The one in Munchkin Fu is called the repeating crossbow. That's what it says on the card.
Yeah. Still love that. Ye old change machine.
So then I charm of cheating, they stabbity stab, and the locking fleeting fortune we go back. Alright, so now that we've tweaked that, I'll probably just roll another hero here, and we'll play another game and figure that out. So I'll put another pause on here, and then we'll set up and we'll play again. So we'll see if we have back.
Yep.
And I have rolled a 1, which is warrior, and that means that I am going to play a warrior deck that he has not seen before, but you have, loyal viewers. And if you're me, hi me, then you know exactly what's in here. And if you're Matt, hi Matt, you've lost to this several times.
We've also come with a somewhat whimsical name for this deck.
The Midas Bad Touch. There we go. 3. Ooh. Twice 3.
I think I'm going to go first this time.
Oh, you do. And then he left. Oh. Alright, so viewers will know this deck here. So I got one of those, and I got one of those, and I got one of those, and I finally got that on the draw, so you know I like that. So I'm keeping this. So I'm gonna keep it. So I turn away.
So, of course, keeping that. And those are going to be useful. Alright.
Okay. Alright.
Charm of cheating.
Hey, look at that.
Land.
Land.
No, teeth. I end my turn.
Okay. Hey, stop that. Alright, at the end of your turn, I'm going to ping you.
Oh, ouch.
Give me my turn.
Land.
Land. Alright, well, I'm going to buy me a Flare Clear. And then I'll put out an 11-foot pole and zap that Flare Clear to draw a card.
I'm going to get poked.
With a stick to death.
I still love how much nerdness goes into the jokes for this deck. Or for these cards.
Well, yeah, it is Munch game.
Well, it's just like, because I've always had players ask, like, I run D&D games for new players a lot, and one of the first things they notice when they're looking at the arms and equipment guide, what the fuck is a 10-foot pole for? Well, I mean, it's a 10-foot pole. You can poke somebody with it, or you can climb the fucker. There's the one for the episode. Alright. Unzap. Land.
And so it's like in Munchkin Bites with the tree. 1,001 uses. Climb it, hide behind it, hit people with it. Alright, 3 uses.
Bridge.
I think that's a just a horizontal version of climb it.
No, it's not. Climbing requires your hands. Pay 3. Just launching gold everywhere.
You splash in the pot.
Skewer.
Ah!
Stick.
Take one.
And I am a turn.
Oh, at the end of your turn, I ping you.
Ah!
Alright. Unzap. Take my beacon.
Land.
Land.
Is that my feet?
Huh?
Is that my feet?
Oh.
Or more gold.
Jesus. Draw. Cursor name because I'm reading. That's part of reckoning now. Dead. No, I'm dead.
You know what we should see about getting? Poster of the turn order. We live down the street from a printing place, and they're actually reasonable. I've used them before.
Oh, Kinkos. Two.
Two, you say?
Two, I say.
Alright, bring it. It's gonna hurt.
It is a field armor. It does not hurt too much.
Oh, it doesn't hurt much, but it still hurts.
It does one. I overpaid for it, so I get to draw a card. And that actually works. And I will play ding, ding. So we both go up a level. So I can play this big baby bandit. And done. Now I go to 4.
Unzap. Land.
Land.
Toolbox.
Oh.
Zap and squish. Destroy your big baby bandage.
You.
Then I pay another 3. Skewer you again. Roast centaur.
He's just trying to be the centaur of attention.
Maybe.
Little does he know, I'm the centaur of the universe.
Me Too medallion.
Uh-huh.
Zap, draw.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Yes, chasing around the table. Hole.
You discard you better.
Dead.
Dead. But I still get my toolbox back. And then I will zap my thief for another gold. That was kind of wasted. Yep, that was kind of wasted. I am a turn.
Okay.
Did not think that one through.
At the end of your turn, I ping you.
Ow! Pinged.
Unzap. Unzap.
And
And
lead.
lead. Draw, or not draw. Unstash, then draw. Put out this here discount cudgel. And zap my clear so I can draw a card. And my overstuffed saddlebags. And I'll put out a counter spell. Two.
Me.
And field armor again. To draw a card. Done. Dun dun dun.
Thumbs up. Land.
And all right, here you go.
Cheating.
Aha! All right, what do you got?
The cheetah.
The cheetah.
5.
5. I don't like that at all. Alright, well, is that my saddlebags? I avoid 2 of them.
End of my turn, I lay down the toolbox.
Okay, I'll pin you at the end of the turn.
Ouch. And it's your turn.
Hooray! Understand that. On the side. Land. Land.
Land.
Head back. Take my beads.
What does that put you at so far?
10.
Okay.
Ooh. 1. That would be not very easy. Okay. I play ding. Ding. Go over level. And I'll put up my own toolbox and zap it and destroy your toolbox.
It's actually not a bad trade.
Yeah. That's what we call a bishop sacrifice.
Me too, medallion.
Sure, why not? I'll put out another discount cudgel and zap my flare clear to draw a card.
Is that my hero for gold?
I'll play Alter Blades.
So I'm going to go ahead and pay a gold. Up my sleeve.
Okay. Another 11-foot pole.
Purple Ludus. How much you want?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Got my other 11-foot pole.
You weren't shitting about cinematic encumbrance. It's think those saddlebags are fucking Mary Poppins backpack.
Yep.
Mary Poppins, y'all!
Change. 2. He's the Kobold Blade Master.
Oh, shit.
X damage, where X equals the number of weapons I currently possess.
How much is it?
4.
4? Ouchies. That makes me 11.
Aha. I like it a lot. That was pretty much all my goal. Done.
Unzap. Land.
And
Sorry, good girl.
I gotta give him shit.
I'm gonna use my Elf Thief's normal ability.
Oh. Did you draw one first?
Not yet. I know I got one in my hand.
That's called doing it backwards, yeah.
Ludus. Which actually doesn't do me as much good now that you've done a shit ton of damage.
I'll run away. All.
That cheated.
Aha. Take your damage, cheats. Monsieur cheats a lot. 4, you say? Sounds like a job for a pole and 2 cudgels.
It's the cheetah.
Dead.
Yes.
That's a great use of 2 cudgels. Okay, first cudgel. Still a good. Second cudgel. Still good. Excellent. Everything is that. Is that a 5?
That is a 5.
That is a 5. Well, it's not your intended use, but go suck up some damage.
Squid! And he survives.
Yep.
And my turn.
Unzap, 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 unzap. Land. Oh my god, land. And then 3 bleeds, which I will avoid with my saddlebags. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, at the end of your turn, I was going to ping you too.
Okay.
That. Draw. In. No, in there. 4.
Shit.
Sheet.
I have to take it. Running away is not going to do me much good.
The temperamental.
Ouch.
Normally 3. If you control 4 or more weapons, this gains 4 damage.
That's game.
That's 7. That is what the Cinematic Encumbrance Limits deck does. And he's right. Running away wouldn't have helped because I did have another one. I also had 2 Cobalt Blade Masters, which would have been 4 damage each for 2 gold.
Yeah.
I had my Field Armorer, which would have gotten me a inflatable dragon.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done me any good.
And I, just in case, because I had so much gold left over, if that wouldn't have killed you, I had a Crushionate, which would have been 1 gold for 2 more damage. So that would have been 9 damage. Not 10. Because I could have paid you. Like, this warrior deck is a monster. Like, to use exactly the right term.
I'm starting to like this.
Yes, as I say, don't let that fool you. I started to get scared of that deck. Like, I was afraid. I'm like, I better hit breaking point real fast. And then I drew 2 cards, and both of them were temperamentals. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, it looks like he's getting a real good feel for this new deck of his. He may not have chosen gotten a lot of his cards. Like the new ones. Did you get any of the new ones?
Yeah, I
okay.
got the Squidzilla.
Ah, yes. So that was a...
the very first card I drew was the cheating... the trinket.
The Charm of Cheating?
Charm of Cheating.
Yeah. So, yeah, so that wasn't a factor that you gave up one of those. And so, oh God, both of my thwacks were like 6 and 7 points. Thwack isn't really much of a factor in this. What Thwack does in this deck is it augments the bearer. Because the bearer gets 2 more damage if you have any zapped weapons in your horde. So if I use Thwack and hit you with my 11-foot pole for 2, this, instead of a 2 damage monster, is a 4 damage monster. So if I put out 2, you're thinking, oh, okay, well, I'll take 2 for this combat. I put out 2. Oh, it's 2. I hit you for 2. Darn, I just took 2. Now that 2 is a 4. You just took 6 for that combat.
Jesus. Yeah. I like the other art for the bearer.
Yeah, the other art is fun, too. The temperamental is just...
That thing is just ridiculous.
It is phenomenal. It's kind of hard sometimes to get 4 weapons out. If you'll notice, I had to use my Alta Blades, and it took me a little while to get them out. I didn't get my Epic Loot Ink out, which is so much fun when you have 11-foot poles, because that turns them into 2 damage weapons. My other location in there is a Bone Depot, which helps on the card draw, and the Field Armorer, which definitely helps on the card draw. That's basically what you need to balance with any deck is what you put out, and then card draw to be able to get what you're going to put out. So
I need to buy some more cards.
True, but I mean, you're dealing with what I have available, which is considerable. So as far as card draw goes, the Me Too Medallion is good. The what else do you have for card draw in there that I?
Me Too Medallion, of course, Thief.
The Thief lets you cycle some cards. That's good.
Which I had this card I cycled was one of the. It's the one that lets you do damage after you destroy a card that's attached to you or one of your equipment.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like, that's not going to do me any good against a fighter.
Right.
And I've got both in my hand.
Right. Let's see for. You say the Me Too Medallion is good for that. Say you done good on the toolbox. That was nice. The only tactical error that I can see is as soon as you put it down, you should have gotten rid of my saddlebags.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I didn't. I was gonna do it on your turn, and get rid of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't get my chance. And
Right.
I noticed that right away. I was like, yeah, that thing is an instant use. You have to use that instantly. There's no way.
Right. Let's say, but there's no way that you could have known that I had a toolbox in this deck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things that you just have to go along with it. So like you need more card draw. Because that's about the only thing that I see in here is you got your Thief Cycle and you got the Me Too Medallion. So like a performance enhancing thug or what else do we got for card draw?
There's not really a lot for Thief.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get you some cards.
All decks are works in progress.
Barbarian the Librarian.
Yes.
Barbarian the Librarian and the Performance Enhancing Thug. So we might figure out a place to put one of each of those, and because we got the Clubber Knocker in here.
That's one of the mercenaries for the Librarian.
That's not a bad idea. To be able to get some card draw in there, because every time you kill something with the Barbarian, like no matter how you kill it, it's not limited to kill it in a fight or kill with this, kill with that. It's every time you are responsible for something's death.
Yeah.
So like Blarg can be a double draw with a Barbarian in play.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's a very good way to do that. Again, you were using a lot of your gold, but you might have a little bit more left over. You might want to replace a Robin Hoodlum.
Yeah, let's do that, because I got, 2, 3 in there?
Yeah, you have at least 2. So that and one of the mercenaries. So let's take out that and put in a Barbarian and a performance-enhancing Thug, and then we might go again. We might have another episode in the can. I might just string them all together. Either this will be a really, really long episode, or I might just mark them part 1, 2, and 3 and make it so you don't have to watch like an Avengers Endgame level length episode. so I'm gonna put at least a stop on here, and we're gonna switch out a couple of cards. I'll pick a new hero, and then we might film another one. So I'll see you in a second. Hello. Welcome back to That Munch Live, part 3 of Tank and Brandon Endgame, where we're refining once again his new Thief deck. Now he's facing a Bard. You've seen this Bard deck before too. You'll see. There you go. And it, you know.
So, refined tastes.
Refined tastes. And there we go. 3. Not a 3. Oh. You might notice usually we do to the victor go the spoils, but since we're refining, then it doesn't really count as real victories because he's still refining. Yeah. So we're rolling every time. Okay. I'll keep this one, and you can shuffle and do your thing, and grab your deck and shuffle while you're looking away.
I figured you were gonna have me. Huh? I figured you were gonna have me talk to the camera as to why I'm mulliganing.
Oh yeah, go ahead then. Yeah, show it and say why, because this and it.
So I got a couple useful cards that, but the rest of it just is more my end game stuff. Or about midway through, and I kind of need some better stuff to begin with. All right.
Okay. Hi. I got one of those. I should annoy him, and I got that, and I got one of those, and you've seen my my other alternative strategy for that before, and I got one of those. That should keep him off balance. And I got one of those too. And then, for those who don't know, when you take the mulligan, you have to take the second draw. You don't get to just keep doing it.
Oh, they did actually do that?
No, it's in the rules that way.
Yeah, well, no. Originally, remember, we thought it just said something about mulligan. So we thought it was the magic mulligan. Or, sorry, card game that shall not be named mulligan.
No, we've never instituted the not shall be named. No. No, we're good with it.
Yeah.
I say we learned under the crucible of Corey, so you know.
Yeah.
So it's all you, coachies, 1 or 2.
I'm gonna go first.
Okie dokie. Oh, I already have to.
So I'm gonna name him Barbarian the Librarian.
Hey, look at that.
Elf Thief.
That is one of the new cards we just put in like 7 seconds ago.
Alright. And my turn. Cute. Gold.
Hey, look, he didn't put out land. Alright.
The funny thing is, there's only 1 land in this deck.
I'm gonna roar. +2. Cool. Brought some hairspray. Done.
Thumbs up. Draw. Triple Ludus. The automatic machine bow. One up my sleeve. Charm of cheating. Do you want to cut it?
Yeah, I'm good.
I end my turn.
Roll. Yes, Your Highness.
I love.
And I'm just gonna roar again. And roar. Like Dean. That's not bad. And then we did. Done. What? A monster? Nobody said there'd be monsters in this monster fight game. Alright.
You Use card game.
Okay.
Charmachuti. My turn.
Put your gold away.
Oh yeah. Put that my hero.
Okay. Alright, I'll put out the Shredder. Get your turtles. We'll buy some backup dancers. Then I will roar again. Done.
What's that? Is that right? Is that my hero for gold? Pay 3. Skewer.
Ah! I hate it when I'm skewered. Three. Shredder.
The Necromancer.
Dead.
Yeah, he is dead.
Yeah. Yay, I made the right decision. Yay. I almost sacrificed my ally to that.
Poor Jeff.
Poor Jeff.
In my turn. Your turn.
Okay. That's it. Take my lead. Draw. Green. Alright, and I have 4 whole golds. Sweet. Oh no, it's a free bird. He's like, all my gold back.
He dies.
And he dies. Use up your.
Sorry, brain.
And if my brain, I has the dumb.
I'm gonna go ahead and get change and pay the gold. So definitely, that's your only free bird or only monster.
2.
Automatic machine though.
I cheated.
Okay, again. How much more cheating damage do you want to make?
How much more gold you get?
I've got some to go.
I got some to go, he says. 2.
I'll let that one through.
I cheated. It's be an interesting day.
Oh wait, I didn't draw my card.
For what?
I killed.
Oh, you killed a fever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing that we discussed.
Yes.
No, I don't. A roar. I'm okay. Two. I cheated. It's so interesting. Are you watching this here, YouTube? This is so fun. Do I want that? I want that to die. I want that to die. Of course you're gonna die. You want to die? No, there's so many things I don't know. Two.
Cheated again.
I cheated. One.
All right, bring it.
I cheated again because I underpaid. Two.
Bring it.
He's a Pied Piper! And I'm going to do the shredder and gives him an extra +2, and I will flip my runaway to give him an extra +3. So that's a 6.
Okay. That cost you how much health to do?
6! I'm good with that.
Draw a lot of gold.
Is it? Yeah. If I had 2 more, I'd have done that. Oh, I didn't do my backup dancers. I could have done 2 more. Oh wait, no, I only took 5 because I took one from your skewer in there.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Thumbs up. Draw. Purple Lucas. Zap them both. Take 2 damage. Gold. And then zap my hero purple.
Okay. I have to get rid of your purple notices too.
Zap. Oh, then squish this.
Yeah.
That's why they cost 0.
Yeah. Do. 2 USA.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take 2. Leave it.
Cheaper.
Ah. 2 more USA. Yeah, I'll take 2 a year.
Vampire Cat.
Okay.
You take a total of 3.
Yeah. Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
He's so cute.
No kitties, bad.
But you make such a tasty pot pie with that. Alright. And I'm going to do, end my turn.
Alright. Flip that. Take bleeds out. Take back 1 face-up card and all this junk. And draw. Alright. 5, and I have 1 star out. Awesome. Which means I can put out a new shredder. I can put out 2, 3. Blue suede shoes.
No, excuse me.
And a thingamabob. Thingamabob. Saxophone. And some more backup dancers. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And I'm gonna roar. And I'll put that back in my hand.
You're going to do it again?
Yes. That was kind of worth it. Good. Done. This deck is one of those like clear out your hoard, refill your hoard, clear out your hoard, refill your hoard.
Clobber knocker.
Oh goody. I run away. Is that my blue suede shoes? Grip that and run away. Is that my thing above to unzap it? Hit it again. And run away. Ta-da.
Cheated.
Aha. I'll put my backup dancers in front of it.
He's a kitty.
Haha.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
He enjoyed the fish.
He enjoyed the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I take one because I'm bleeding,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 2 goes to that. I'm going to pay 3 for Fight Song. It's normally 2, but I can pay an extra 1 to give it encore. Target monster gets +2 damage until the end of the fight, but at the end of the fight, that monster is squished.
Fair enough.
Since they're going to die anyway, they might as well die for a purpose.
All right.
Longtime viewers will notice that that is one of my favorite gambits with that card.
Your turn.
Do the thing. Draw. Hey, look. More hairspray. I don't even have enough for a roar. Me.
No, you didn't take the sketchy damage.
The sketchy damage?
The damage you took from the kitty.
Yes, I did.
I didn't get caught cheating.
Oh!
No, I did. That's right. Right before it, I got caught cheating. I thought you had ran away from all of my cheating attempts.
No, you did. You did cheat
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
Sorry.
Aha. So, I played fair eventually. Three. Done.
Cards.
Eh.
Use card dealer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ha! Take your time. What are you up to?
12.
Oh, ta-da!
That's you. Yeah.
Oh. Irresistible Disco. Shredder.
E-kitty.
Day.
You still take the sketchy damage, though.
True. And I'll get my bard and put that back in my hand.
Okay. Up my sleeve.
You.
Put Me Too medallion in my hand.
Okay.
I'm going to clobber you with Clobber Knocker.
Lead.
Where are you at now?
50. More blue suede shoes. Two.
Bring it.
It's a Pied Piper. Okay. Change. 2. He's another Pied Piper. Quack. Quack, he said.
I'm going to go ahead and take a gold.
Yeah, 0.
Machine bow.
Is blended.
Clack.
He has 2 health.
Still takes the damage.
I know, but hairspray. He has 3 now. He has 4 because Pied Piper. Blue suede shoes. Unflip that with my last gold. Flip that. Now he has 7. 9. 11.
That's game.
Boom! The 0 to hero deck wins again. killed by Blandy.
I'm really surprised.
Barely.
Get
That
stuck.
is barely. That was very, very close. I do not know if I would have gotten another turn if I wouldn't have got that, because I was sitting there looking. I'm like that automatic machine bow.
No, you wouldn't have.
Because I'm sitting there with my Freebirds. I'm like, Freebird only has 1 health. And then I got Blandy. I'm like, Blandy is my savior. Pied Piper does 1 extra damage. Like every monster does 1 extra damage when it's in my stash. So letting that one go through was his downfall. But
next turn, I was going to clobber your Pied Piper.
I know. I'm like, I gotta use him now because he's dead. Like I had nothing else going, so like, and then I had no gold left, so I couldn't do it again. So I had a Transylvania twist, so I theoretically could have done, like, if I had 2 more gold. Well, actually, if I had 1 more gold, I could have blue suede shoes 1 more time, zap my thingamabob, and undo my hairspray, and do it again.
Yeah. So this deck has scratched my itch. I think we should actually call it Gold Bond, because it deals with itches.
The Gold Bond. The 0 to hero deck is very, very sneaky.
It is. I was waiting to get something stuck to me. I was like, there's got to be something.
Nope. When I built this deck, I wanted to specifically make a deck that didn't have anything with the same theme as my main Bard deck, with the final countdown and the trombone and all of the bleed effects in it. So I specifically wanted to make...
That almost feels like a Bard version of a Ranger deck.
Sort of. It has all of those like 0 cost monsters. I wanted to make the 0 cost monsters do something, or the 0 damage monsters, not necessarily 0 cost, because there are commentators in there which do 0 damage, but you get to draw a card as a survivor ability.
Yeah.
And then Blandy. I wanted to make Blandy do something. And
Blandy did something.
Yes.
Blandy beat the fuck out of me.
Blandy killed him. But it has the School of Badassery, which does the extra 2 damage. The hairspray, like the used card dealers, the thingamabobs, and then like used card dealer. I never got my danger zone. That was 2 cards away. But it all it comes about because of all of that, and then the contingency for all of that. Say you got around all of it. You got rid of my hairspray. You got rid of my my blue suede shoes. I use up all of my shredders. I get rid of all my backup dancers, stuff like that. So, and I never get the Skull of Badassery out. So all of my 0 damage monsters are actually doing 0 damage. Like, they're just marshmallows at this point.
Yeah.
So I put them all out. I have like 6, 7 monsters in there just doing 0 damage, just 0, 0, 0, and you're wondering, what the hell is he doing? Just 0, 0, 0, and then I put out the Death of the Party.
Yeah.
And then squish X monsters in your stash. If you do, this gains X power. So if I have like 6 or 7 monsters in my stash, 7 0 damage monsters, 4 plus 7 is 11. That still would have killed you. Plus, you know, whatever I got left that can do extra damage. That's my contingency.
I think Blandy originally was intended for eating up the small weapons because
right.
It has 2 health.
Because he has 2 health, he can pull out. He can suck up an 11-foot pole, and you know, make it zap for the next thing to come out. Of course that's what he's there for. I wanted him to do something more.
That is very clever use of it.
Yes. And so, you know, of course, that's what he's there. That's what the whole game is there for, is to make these things do stuff that they weren't intended to be able to do in the first place. So, like, the backup dancers are there to make things do more damage. Add more damage. Hairspray, add more damage. Pied Piper, add more damage. So, like, Blandy becomes a effing juggernaut. I just did 11 damage with a Blandy.
Yeah. I think that's a record. Pretty sure that's a record.
Pretty sure that's a record. Let the record show that I have no off the record record. You can make a record of it. So I was getting scared there at the end. That almost got me. And you've seen the 0 to Hero deck is formidable. Like, that is not an easy deck to best. You've seen Corey beat it a couple of times. Matt has beat it several times. It is not unbeatable, but it is formidable. So the fact that third game in, we have refined this deck to the point where it could theoretically beat it. And so that is we have turned that into a pretty good deck.
Yeah.
So
this will be coming with us in April.
Yeah, I say we've done that to this deck. We might do this process with say a Ranger deck later in the week, maybe next week. But
maybe.
For now, we just need to put him through his paces, get him back in the saddle, as it were, and really get a few games in him. Just thief it up and scratch that itch.
Yeah.
With a gold bond deck. So tell us what you think. If I don't know what I've decided yet on if this is a super long episode. Thank you for making it to the end. If it's 3 episodes long, then
thank you for watching all the parts.
Thank you for watching all of them. Hi, Matt. But
hi, Brandon.
Hi, me.
We will never see Corey. Fuck you, Corey. Crap, that's 2 this episode. No longer PG-13.
Oh, now I have to break it all up. But in the meanwhile, just tell us what you think. I mean, I played 3 different heroes against this deck. 3 of my tried and true decks versus this deck. We might go back.
It took me, what, 20 minutes to throw this together?
Yeah, it took about 20 minutes. He made a list. We put it together, refined. I might go make a proxy of one of the other cards that he wanted initially, and we might find a place to put that in.
The tutor?
Yeah, the tutor. And see how that fits in. But, I mean, it's doing pretty good as it is right now. So we just might leave it as is for now. I mean, there's always room for improvement. Like, that's what CCGs do. And so we're going to do what we do best is what we're going to do. So in the meanwhile, be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, pay it forward, send us money, be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next time.
Later, guys.